Hello people, welcome to another episode of the Clygro Podcast, episode number 25. So, basically, I think, the big story is, well, I've got a microphone upgrade. I've got a proper microphone. Well, I say proper microphone. I've actually had this microphone for, over a year. It's like July 2022. So technically that's not the new thing. The new bit is my Scarlett 2i2 first generation that I've got it plugged into. So let me just sort of explain. So I bought this microphone, the Sennheiser. It's a Sennheiser E835S, not to be confused with E9T6 or E621.net. But yeah, I bought this microphone over a year ago, as I said, July 2022. I got it for about 70 quid, so it wasn't cheap. It's not a cheap microphone. The audio quality, it sounds better. I don't have, I've got like a mic arm, but I don't have like a mic stand. I might invest in one, but I think before that I'm gonna actually invest in some proper IEMs. It's like ones for 20 quid that are supposedly relatively good. Got a built-in microphone. I can't remember what they're called, but I might go with those. But I don't know, that's a bit of cheaping out. We'll see, I guess. But yeah, this episode's a bit different because I'm not actually immediately going into my last few videos, which is something, I guess. But yeah, it's quite nice. The microphone, you can hear it. You can tell me whether it sounds good or bad. I also like that I can adjust the volume of the microphone from the Scarlett 2i2. But I think one of the best features is I can mute the audio with the. So, yeah. It's really convenient. Let's say that. But yeah, really nice. And then, the Scarlett 2i2 adjusting volume. Quite cool, though. Really, it's not very useful because it's actually quite quiet. I say quite quiet. I think I actually disabled the gain. I'm still, working out, which is my settings, like what they should be. But yeah, it's like a monitor, but I can't actually use that because the ports for the audio, so not the LXR, the XLR, but like the headphone port on the front, and it's like left, right on the back. They seem to be using the bigger version of the 3.5 millimeter port. I think that's what it is. I need to find adapters for that because maybe I could go briefly look on eBay. I'll do it on my phone just because it's right in front of me. 3.5 millimeter to 6.5. No, I don't think so. To 1/4 inch jack. I don't know. Yeah, that looks like what I want. I think it's 6.35 millimeters apparently. Yeah, I think that's what I want. So I'll probably invest in those, just to make my life easier. Be cool, I guess. But yeah. But yeah, I guess what I should now proceed to do is get into the talking. So let's go into my thing. Make sure I remember to change the scene. I'm going to put my scene preview. And now we're putting it on screen. Okay, we're back. That's my OBS configuration error. So, let's get back to work. So, I'm not sure how exactly what's the difference between global and scene and how I actually do that. Let's put it away. I'll have a look at it off camera. So, that's a bit annoying because that means I'm now going to have to do a bit of editing. But anyways, so the most recent video, the first video after the last podcast was fix the stocks app on old versions of iOS, which is StockX. That's the tweak name, and it's just a showcase of that. Whatever. After that, it's attempting to upgrade the RAM. Palmatchy 5 Adventures episode 7.5, because it was really worth calling it a full episode. I basically tried to upgrade the RAM of my Palmat G5 because I came up with a genius idea about how about use the RAM from my iMac G5 in there, and spoiler alert, it didn't work. After that, Sayu progress update, 20th of September 2023. I did showcase an update nearly a month prior at that point. But yeah, I'll show off the logo I've made that I'm still not certain about because I'll show off the sort of idea I have for the desktop so far. So it's going to be Mate, and it's going to use, and I want to use Clygro Dock and have a bunch of cool tweaks that you don't really see anywhere else. I want to try and make it stand out as much as I can, I don't want it to just feel like another boring distro based on Arch Linux. We've already got plenty of those. I try and do one where the customizations actually sort of fresh. I've not really seen that much people who try and have like media controls and stuff in like the panels, so that's the thing. Also, I try and have a system menu just like what like macOS or Unity has. So there's that I want to also do. Although I've not had any luck actually getting that working. Like there's one that exists, but by the looks of it, it's only been properly packaged for Ubuntu. There's like a package on the AUR, but I don't really know what's going on with that, if I'm being honest. Maybe if I've rebooted and maybe it appears now, I don't know. Maybe I didn't do that. But yeah. After that, it's the iOS App Store now works on pre-iOS 7 again, because it works. I've been able to download some apps. I've downloaded I say downloaded quite a bit. I've only downloaded 3 apps. One of them being Flow 3 on my iPhone 3GS, because for some reason the dumped version from my iPhone 2G, which works perfectly fine on there, just sort of crashed on my 3GS. But now that I've got it from the App Store. It actually now works, so that's cool, I guess. Okay. After that, it is finally upgrade to my audio recording setup, which is basically what I was talking about earlier. I've got my Sennheiser E835S and my Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 first generation, which, by the way, I haven't actually mentioned this. I should have mentioned it in like the 2 videos I've done, but it's actually got a manufacture date of January 2014. So feel free to determine whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. It's just a number, really. Doesn't matter as long as it works, and it works. So I can't complain. After that, correcting my previous video and will the audio up my new audio setup basically. Will it work on my PowerPC Max? Spoiler alert, yes. A more complicated answer, yes, but only on my PowerMac G5 on Leopard. Probably would actually also work on my PowerBook G4, but I just didn't bother with that. So yeah. Anything else to say? Not really there. But yeah, I think Sayu is probably the thing that I've been quite happy to work on. So if I go into I really should probably pin it how virtual machine manager, add launcher to thing, boom, I've got virtual machine manager. So if you wait for this, it's going to take a little bit. Are you actually going to load, or is it just going to be like, oh, it couldn't connect? If it couldn't connect, I'll be in trouble. Okay, no. So Archlinks is my VM where I do my Sayu update development, whatever you call it. So yeah, and just full screen this. Boom. Linux, am I right? Oh god. So just wait. Oh, come on. Log in. Oh god, I got this. Type my password. One-handed. Amazing. But yeah. Guess I could talk about some of the ideas. So the default desktop Mate, I've always said that. Default display manager, as you saw, will be like DM, although it'll probably be customized to be the not the default but the Unity one, because that's actually what I use on my host system, if you were to see it. But yeah, so here's like the dock. I'm going for a macOS like experience. So the goal with Sayu is to try and provide a more user-friendly experience. Now, since the last Sayu update, I actually have done a little bit of tweaking. So there's now a search icon, and if you click on it, you get access to Rofi, which, yeah, it's basically copying Spotlight search, let's be real. Another thing is, I've got Compiz set up, although I'm not necessarily sure I'll be using it, as on my host system I have had some serious flickering issues with it, and I couldn't really fix it. Well, I could fix it like once and it just sort of broke again. So that'd be a thing that I'm probably going to not actually use. On here there's a bit of screen tearing, but I mean screen tearing's nowhere near as bad as flickering. Let's just say that. So yeah, I think I've also actually made a desktop wallpaper for I say desktop wallpaper. It's more or less just a wallpaper background thing. I don't really have much ideas for a default wallpaper for Sayu. I might try and see if people would want to submit wallpapers but I'll try and credit them, probably put their names, put in TXT or something, But where's Sayu? Oh god, it's not in the downloads folder, you silly. That's why I can't find it. So I've been making a website as well. I did show you that. I did show that in the thing. But this is just a basic wallpaper idea. I'll probably add gradients. It definitely needs more stuff going on, but I mean, I think it would look a lot nicer than the default Mate, which just, no offense, it looks a bit ugly. And it doesn't fit with the Sayu branding basically at all. So, I think I've got Lactate has transparency effects, right? Does it want to open? It feels like the answer's no. Unless it'll just magically open when I'm doing it from there. No. Screw you, Alacrity. Screw you. But I also need to add the media buttons. There's a simple reason why there's not the actual media buttons, but if I go on youtube.com, Sayu update, for example, because that's what I've watched, I guess, on here. It should pop up with thing. There you go. I need to get the formatting sorted out, but it's relatively close to what I had it. I actually deleted it on my main system, which is why it's missing. But on here, I've sort of managed to recreate it. But I think the Sayu desktop is coming along really nicely, apart from none of this is actually in the ISO. It's just more or less just a mock-up in a boring standard Arch. And I also still need to work on the installer because there is literally no way to install, so it's just a live ISO. But I've not actually made any ISOs or anything for Sayu yet. Since the last, I don't think since not the last update that I was talking that I uploaded, earlier this week, but even the one before, I don't think I actually made an ISO. I might be wrong, but well, actually I would have made some ISOs because I was when I was regaining interest. Never mind, ignore what I said. But I think it looks really nice, the desktop. And I've said this before, I want to try and get support not just on x86-64, I want it on x86, I want it on ARM, I want it on PowerPC, I want it on basically anything really. The only problem mainly is package availability, which I think will be quite a serious issue because so I was just adjusting my headphones. Sounds much better. But I think package availability, especially for the PowerPC PowerPC edition is quite lacking compared to the standard x86 64 Arch. Like, if I were to go on like the Arch website to look at like packages like this, you've got basically anything you'd want. If not, it's in the AUR. Boom, But for like Arch Linux, I'm gonna do 32. I think 32. I can't remember if 32 or ARM is better in terms of packages. Let's have a look in terms of packages on here. Arch Linux 32. So let's say I want Arch ISO. What's Arch ISO package availability? Okay, looks like it's available on there. Okay, but I'm not sure if it's actually available on Arch Linux ARM. Which, I mean, I wouldn't care that much about, but hey. Oh wait, the packages is there. Yeah, this website's different, annoyingly. Inconsistent. I know, they're made like by different people. Yeah, there's not an Arch ISO package here. So yeah, there was someone asking whether I could get Arch Linux ARM, like get an ARM version, and I guess that's why, because there's no Arch ISO package here. And Arch Linux PowerPC is definitely worse. I think it's a lot newer than these two as well, which doesn't help, but like it's still newer. Which, yeah, but it's still really lacking, even just because it's new and stuff. Hang on. But yeah, can I just say it's so nice to be in this jumper, hoodie, weather where I can actually wear multiple layers of clothes without sweating, Good, back to the good days. But yeah, I guess I could show stats. I actually ended up closing my studio. Inconvenient. My BS Blade. Just sorting that out. So, I'm currently at 214 subscribers. I'll show you the stats. This has sort of become a regular thing at this point. I really do want to get guest people on my podcast, show, whatever you call it. But I don't know who. I want to say that maybe there's one person I might get on and talk about things, but yeah, unfortunately, the podcast is really not popular, and I just don't talk to much people. But yeah, when was the last episode? Last episode was the 17th. So on Monday I got 99, on Tuesday I got 72, on Wednesday I got 66, on Thursday I got 59, bit of spike, with Friday being 117, and it's no data for Saturday because it's only finished an hour ago. Usually it seems to, I think it updates at 8 o'clock for me. I might be wrong, but I think it's because YouTube HQ is 8 hours behind, so I think that's why. But even on YouTube Studio Mobile, it doesn't update. You have to actually go on the actual website, which I think the mobile YouTube studio is just like designed to be absolute rubbish. I swear to God, it's horrible. But yeah, I mean, the subscribers increased on Friday. Nice, I guess. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. I'm at 214 subscribers. I still can't really believe it. Oh yeah, since the last episode, I would have completed it. Okay, I was going to say, I did the 24 hours live stream, but no, I would have recorded it on the Saturday/Sunday morning. I've probably said this before, but I record these videos quite late. I mean, currently it's 1:07 in the morning. Mostly because the people outside are ridiculously loud and I could have interruptions and so on. I mean, I've already had an interruption today, but to be fair, that was my fault, and it shouldn't be an issue in the future. So, yeah. 2666. Did I just say an extra 6? Whatever, you get the point. The magic number, I say that, it's the number devil, but with 2 on the front. Who cares? I'm not religious. So, yeah. Yeah, I do kind of feel a bit bad for these episodes being a bit short recently, but like, I mean, last episode I thought there would be so much to talk about, but like it only ended up being like not even half an hour, I don't think. But I mean, this one I wasn't expecting it to be that long in the first place, and I mean, I'm right, it's not really that long. God, it was actually 16 minutes. This is seriously longer than the episode that I thought I had. Oh yeah, so much things to talk about. Wow. Rigged. But yeah. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Clygro Podcast with the upgraded microphone for you to enjoy. The nice camera. So on. I'm actually using my iPhone 5S. My iPhone 5 as the camera because I couldn't find my iPhone SE. I don't know where it's gone, and I can't find my iPhone. It says it's offline, so it's probably run out of battery basically. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget my website, which is clygro.cc. And yeah, that's going to be it for today, and goodbye.